What's up as well?
Hey, hey.
Hey, everybody. Welcome, everybody. We are live with all that jive. How's everybody doing?
That. Keep going.
No, you know, I was going to rhyme. I was like, you know, I can't be bothered. That's all you get. You get 2 bars, if that was even 2 bars. What was it, issue 9?
Yep. Issue 9.
Issue
yeah,
9.
Issue 10, we've got to do a hell of a tangent. But yeah, welcome.
We can do a spoiler review of Black Panther next
On
week.
issue 10, yeah.
Issue 10.
Yeah.
Issue 9.
Yes. See, Omar.
We on time and we fine.
But yes, this is the Sourcewell. Welcome to issue 9. Got me, Isha, the Phantom Specialist. You've got like Rich, reread comics too, and you've got man like Kieran, Red Hood, aka Flash Incognito.
Are you done? I mean, are you done? Are you done?
I'm done. Okay, my intern.
Are you done? That's my new meme from now on, boy. Like, are you done?
Where is that from? I've been hearing loads of things like that lately.
That was from fucking, excuse my language. That was from Black Panther, man. Did you watch it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Are you done? Oh, that was sick.
That was funny. Okay.
Anyways, we'll get to it. How's everyone doing?
We'll get to it. It was sick though.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So the first thing we're gonna start off with, actually, and then we can actually get to it. But we've got to start with some respect and sad news.
Oh my days.
Yeah, it's pretty sad, man. Reggie Cathy died recently this week,
and I was watching him. I'm watching him in Oz as well. Like he was Querns. He was Querns in Oz. He made Emerald City black.
I haven't watched that program in ages.
Yeah, I'm just going through it again. Sorry for the beeps on the computer.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen Oz since school, actually.
Yeah, Oz was a while ago. So I just got back into it because I never finished it. So I was like, you know, it's like Game of Thrones in prison.
No, without the incest too.
Yeah,
without the incest, just a lot of homosexuality with, you know, whatever.
Yeah,
but, you know.
I remember him in The Wire.
He was sick in The Wire as well.
Yeah, he was really good, man.
Carcetti or Littlefingers. Littlefingers right hand man in The Wire. Rest in peace to you.
Yeah.
He's gonna be did you say he's gonna be Luke Cage's dad now?
Yeah,
so that'll be his last role.
That would have been his last role. So the last time you'll see him on any TV or movies or anything will be that. I think he was actually doing another film when I was doing some research on it, but yeah, man. So yeah, enough respect to him.
Yeah, mad respect.
Old school legend
and his family. Yeah.
Ancestors look after you.
Anyway, moving on from the
Sad news.
So yeah, from the sad news. Yeah, we so as we said earlier, we just everyone's watched Black Panther. So we're not gonna do a spoiler review. We're gonna keep it non-spoiler. But all I gotta say is it was dang good, man. It was a good film. Really good film.
Very good film.
When I was watching the whole phases of like the MCU, I kind of like picked a character to follow, and I ended up picking Captain America because he was just like the best one, and his stories were the best. He's pretty much done now, so I think from here on out I'll be following Black Panther because he was just he did really well in Civil War, but he did better in this. It was I never please.
Really
Dude was smooth, like came smooth with it.
Yeah, and the story had so many different layers to it. It wasn't just like, okay, we've got a civilization with like advanced technological know-how. It was just the whole, like, it was our story of if obviously us lot as the kind of, you know, the diaspora of like being moved over here, and then that finding your kind of ancestry to come back.
Yeah.
So many little things that
That's the thing.
just in our community we could pick up on. It was like, rah.
Yeah, and it wasn't
like if no one came over to bother us. Like
yeah. It wasn't in the face either. It wasn't in your face. So it wasn't like it's like social justice warrior type stuff, and it wasn't banging it in your face and saying this and that. It's all nice and smooth and just it goes with the flow, you know.
Yeah.
You know, like when Michael B. Jordan's character was talking about how he grew up was in New York he was from, right?
Yeah.
And his situation obviously being black in New York, and you know, he alluded to that, but he alluded to it. And like certain shows right now, like just in your face with it. There's ways of doing it where it's subtle, but you can still get your point across. I'm talking to you, Black Lightning.
Yeah. Literally, I'll talk.
That was coming.
Literally,
there are ways of doing it. There are ways of doing it, and it's like it wasn't. I didn't feel like I was being overly preached to, but I understood the struggle, and I get it. And you know, his character, going off from, you know, comparisons to other stuff, was really good. I like that it wasn't so phrasing of black and white. It wasn't just black and white. It was his character was very grey. You understood. You understood exactly where he was coming from. Yeah. And do you know what? I can't be mad at Michael B. Jordan because, like, you know, that's my dude. He was Wallace in The Wire.
Oh yeah, he was, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Where is Wallace?
Yeah.
Where the he was? I can't be mad at him.
Yeah. And also go on.
No, I was just gonna say he's come a long way since then.
Yeah.
Season 1 of The Wire, Wallace was one of my favorite characters. Then he did. Then I saw him in. What did I see him in next? I think it was Chronicle. I mean, he's.
Yeah, probably Chronicle.
Chronicle. He was in it. Then I saw him in.
Did you watch Fruitvale Station? Sorry.
No. What film? What film?
Yeah, Fruitvale Station.
No, I've not seen it.
Yeah, that was about that was Ryan Coogler's first film as well, and it was actually produced by Forrest Whitaker's production company. But it was about this kid who got shot by police at the train station. I know it's something that kind of happens regularly in the States, but the point is, I think what it was because it was at a time when it was like the first one to be filmed on the phone.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was really big, and it happened on New Year's Day as well. So and I think Ryan Coogler's cousin knew him or something like that. I might be wrong. I was actually just watching was it the Breakfast Club? I better not get it wrong, actually. Yeah,
Breakfast Club.
No, not the one with Charlemagne. The other one.
The Breakfast Club. Then there's Sway in the Morning. Then we go. I'm promoting, boy.
Yeah, for real. That's it. Yeah.
Who was on it? Who was the? All right. Anyway,
it's
bygones.
I can't remember his name.
Big boy.
97.
Oh, anyway, sorry, Hot 97. Anyway, that was his. Is
that Ebro?
I think that was Ebro in the Morning. Yeah,
Ebro in the Morning.
Yeah.
I just gave you lots of mad props, all of you. I gave you Ebro, Sway, Charlemagne. Oh my days. Anyways, sorry, you were saying. That's your point.
So what was the point? The point was that I think he was in that film, and I think that was the first time he worked with Ryan Coogler as well.
Okay.
And then after that, he was in. I think Ryan Coogler did Rocky 5. I think it was.
Yeah, was it Creed or something like that? Yeah.
Yeah, Creed.
Creed was again Michael B. Jordan. Creed was a cool.
They're doing the
Creed was a cool movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that? Yeah, they are, but he's not directing it.
Isn't he?
No, it's a conflict of schedules.
Oh, that's a shame. But just going to my original point, Michael B. Jordan, he's come a long way as an actor, and he's really good.
Mate,
and he did really good in Creed, but then it wasn't, because you know a lot of the things in all movies, whether it's the DC movies or the Marvel movies, people are like, "Oh, the villain is so weak." He wasn't weak.
No,
and I remember I was skeptical about the fact that it was going to be another, like the same as Black Panther as the villain.
Right.
But he was strong. He was a strong adversary for Black Panther. He was like, it was right, and it made sense. It made sense for him to be wearing that. He was Michael B. Jordan. Salute
to you. And
big
as well,
like you, man.
Point, his reasoning for being a villain was so like you can get like obviously when you watch it you understand, but that whole essence of getting lost in trying to find your way, and then you feel like you're almost robbed of something, like kind of thing. So even the thought behind that was amazing. And I was talking to my friend today because he literally just rang me up and he's like, I don't care how you are, have you seen Black Panther? And I was like, yes, I have. The big but he was saying he loved how even with like you were saying about how everything was just so smooth, like he didn't try to implement too many like flashy things in the film. It was just all sewn into the film, like you know where they were all fighting on the green bit. I'm just and then, you know when they
no spoilers. Try not to spoil.
I know, but I'm just you know when they did the shield thing. Even that.
Yes. Yes. That was. I was like when they said that, I was like, what? And then they just went.
It was beautiful. Like that's how you integrate culture, technology, and just like
so true.
Like action all together.
So true.
Like it was amazing. It was so nice.
And
so beautiful.
Again, what you were saying, they had like tribal traditional stuff like spears and daggers and stuff, but they were advanced. Do you know what I mean? Could you imagine if they went to hypothetically if they went to war with America and America's got their tanks and but their stuff looked basic. It was so advanced. It was so advanced. Oh.
Can I just say as well, the Dora Milaje and they're just like, I love the Amazons. Don't get me wrong, Amazons. I feel like like they're banging, but like the Dora Milaje is just like Milaje is just like just
different level.
Right
different level.
Like,
I want to join the Dora Milaje.
I
want that training
first.
I don't know, man.
No. Even the patterns in their head was just banging, and then like you had the different colors to show what rank you were, and I was like,
the costume design on this film was
it was insane.
It was really good.
Everything was really
and just the whole atmosphere. Obviously with Black Panther, you have different tribes within Wakanda. This isn't no spoiler. And the way they show the different tribes and the way they actually like physically show you how different the tribes are from each other. You know, this it was really well done. Really.
Do you know what I loved? This is how I'm gonna be the next time I'm out. The next time I'm out in the club. This is me.
Yeah, for real.
I was loving that.
I feel like 2018 onwards,
that's the new dance, man.
That's the new dance, but everybody's gonna be like slapping the hand, Wakanda for life.
Yeah,
that's how I'm greeting
Wakanda for life.
Yeah, that's it. It's great.
That's how I want to be greeted from now on. I can't even say that. That's what my boo said, and I agree with her. I want to be greeted like that from now on.
That's the new dance. It was beautiful, but it's just like as well. Like I think every country, obviously within Africa, everybody could pick out a little bit of their own
culture,
heritage.
Yeah.
I saw loads of people on Twitter like, oh my god, they spoke this language, or oh my god, they had this representation from my country. It was just, it felt like a together. It was lovely.
Yeah. Even with the dialogue when they're talking and when they're no spoilers, but when certain people talk and they're like,
yeah,
what do you?
That was so black.
Yeah, like literally, you could imagine your parents saying the same thing.
Oh, what?
It was banging.
Yeah,
it was.
I love Richard, but she was like, it's in the trailer, so I'm not gonna. It's not a spoiler. When she was like, "Don't freeze," and then she got down and you froze.
Yeah. Like a deer in headlights.
Oh,
That movie. I'll be seeing that a good few more times, I think.
Definitely. I want to try and see it again this weekend if I can. But there's one other thing as well. Is like a lot of people saying it's like the Marvel's James Bond film, which you can kind of get when you watch it. But
I mean, they made a reference to that themselves in the movie.
Yeah.
With his sister.
But yeah, I wouldn't say it's a direct James.
Because they went to a casino.
Comparison. That's pretty much it, really.
Yeah. No, it's all right, man.
Yeah.
How did you rate the action in the movie? Because, like, I was saying to you guys before, I was saying to Rich, I was like, so now, obviously, because of the caliber of so many of the Marvel film, you kind of expect that Winter Soldier fight scene action in the kind of context of this kind of film, kind of thing. But because I think I was saying before that because the film's story was so good, the kind of because it was minimal action for an action film.
Yeah, it had enough
in terms of ours.
It had a decent amount of action, but I was more enthralled, I'm gonna say, with the characterization of the characters and the dialogue and just this, and to some people it might not be that important, but the scenery. But when there was action, it was amazing. To me, it was amazing that I know everybody was like, "Oh, the highway chase with the cars." And I'm like, yeah, but when you see that in the movie, and you're like, yeah, again, but when you see it in context, you're like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
It's not just cars. There's those cars are used
of other things going on.
Yeah, that car's being used in a certain way that you've not really seen before. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
The bit that I need
that we can't spoil. That bit.
The cars and the bit where the two women in the cars and then the car.
Oh yeah. We'll do the spoiler. We'll do the spoiler review.
We'll do the spoiler next week.
I mean, sorry, next week. Yeah, next week.
Yeah.
We'll be able to say, "Hey, did you see the bit with the thing with the guy?"
Yeah.
I'm just so glad you two have seen it because otherwise I've been like, "It's too much."
Yeah.
No, it's definitely a film to go and watch a good couple times.
A good couple, 3, 5 times maybe. Yeah. Marvel, just take my money. Just take my paycheck, man.
You can take all the money on this.
I'll definitely say it is probably one of the best looking Marvel films. So, yeah.
It's not overrated as well. Like, there's been so much promotion for this movie. But it delivered. It's not like I'm not gonna name any other movies. I'm not gonna do that. But you know where there's just been a movie, Suicide Squad, where it was like overly promoted. It just did not deliver. It didn't deliver. But Black Panther really delivered. There were bits to me that were predictable, but that's only because I've been watching movies for 32 years. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
But no, I was on the edge of my seat. It was just a really good movie. And I was one of 4 black people in that entire cinema.
Oh, serious?
Serious.
There was a lot.
It's probably because of where I went to see it, but for the ones that no, go on.
It's sold out where I was.
Yeah, I think during this.
Yeah, so we literally got the last 4 seats.
So that's why I'm kind of glad, like, we've seen it now.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
In the next couple of days, it's going to be just barbaric. But, and in terms of obviously the end credits.
Yeah.
What are you saying? I'm excited, but it's just like.
To be honest, one of the end credits I kind of predicted. I was like, they're either going to show.
Yeah.
Show it. You know, I mean, there's only one of 2 things that they can show. Tune in next week.
Yeah, tune in next week to find out.
You have until Saturday.
I love how Rich was just like, I mentioned the end credits and he was like, I'm not saying anything.
No, I can't say anything. I don't want to say anything.
Okay, but yes, the consensus is go Black Panther. Just go and see it. Just go and see it.
Go and watch that film.
Yeah, do yourself a favor and watch Black Panther. It will not disappoint.
Yeah. Do it now. Come on, what are you waiting
Come on,
for?
do it now.
Do it. Get to the chopper. Or get to the cinema. All right. So
you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a really good impression. Damn. How many times you watched that movie, man?
yeah, way too many times, man. Way too many times.
Okay, what's next on the agenda? Black Panther.
Next on the agenda is speaking of movies, cinemas, and trailers.
Yeah.
Just a quick. I think this came out after we did our podcast last week, so I don't remember us talking about it. But Venom trailer or
yeah,
teaser. Right, I'm gonna say this. Yeah, there are ways of teasing things without giving away too much.
Mm-hmm.
They gave us nothing. Like, if I didn't know, so they always say there's like the mainstream comic book, there's the mainstream movie fans, so it's just people that just, that movie looks good. I'm gonna go see that. And then you got the comic book fans that know what it's about. To us comic book fans, we're like, okay, that's Venom. We know who he is. If I had no idea what Venom was, I would be like, and I just saw this guy on a motorbike. What are you teasing? I don't get it. There's nothing in that movie. Even if they had him from the back and he's about to turn around and the camera cuts to something, there was nothing. Yeah. What are you teasing? There was nothing. And I think my brother somebody brought up Jurassic Park as like when they teased those movies. You saw like a dinosaur's leg in those teased. You saw something, a tail. There was nothing.
Absolutely nothing. I thought it was a waste of time. It was a waste.
It was a waste of a minute and whatever it was.
Yeah, it was just a whole waste of it. There was no point to it. It's a teaser, okay, but don't make it that long in that case. Just have like a 20-second quick flip of what's going on in the film, maybe. But having a minute and a half trailer that actually doesn't show the title character in a sense, it's like you're teasing, but you're not teasing anything.
You're not teasing anything. You're teasing a movie, but what is
it? But
this is a movie that will be coming out sometime later in the year. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They had done 30 seconds of like black tar starting to move. That would have been just like the greatest thing ever. That
would have been better. That would have been much better.
Literally. But it was.
Well, no, I was just gonna say, if they had like him sitting in darkness and the camera's panning up to it and you don't know what's there and you turn around and you see a flash of Venom's face, that's a teaser.
Yeah.
That's a teaser.
Yeah.
Not like just the goo in the bottle.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Back of a truck.
That could be anything.
Yeah, exactly. It's just that
could have been a Ghostbusters trailer. The one that I said it could have been a trailer to Chronicle 2. You know, Chronicle. That could have, because then he does the thing where he uses his arm to to send tables flying. I'm like, so is this Chronicle 2? Oh, come on.
Yeah. When I saw that bit, I was like, are you trying to say that Venom's got telekinesis? I was like, he's never, what? This is like,
you know what? That will probably be in the movie. That probably won't be in the movie. They'll be like, we need to put something in this teaser.
Do you know what that could have been? Actually, I reckon it's probably a shot, unfinished VFX shot, because they're supposed to be. It's supposed to have. Well, rumors say that it's supposed to have quite a few different symbiotes in it. So it could be a shot where they're all running across the tables or something like that.
Okay.
You know, maybe that's what it was. But what's the point in the shot?
Yeah.
Unless you're talking about a character that's got telekinesis, then fair enough. I don't know. That shot could be anything, but it doesn't actually make any sense. So, I'm
not gonna hate on this movie, because the only reason I have hope for this movie is because of the idea that Spider-Man might get the black costume in Infinity War. So this is what I'm kind of getting hopes for. But even so, there's no. Eddie Brock has no presence in the MCU. Oh, forget the MCU. Eddie Brock has no presence in the Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
There's no. So hypothetically, if Spider-Man does get the black costume and rejects it, the symbiote has reason to hate Spider-Man. What's Eddie Brock's beef? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And that was the sorry.
No, go on.
It was the accumulation of the two of them hating him that made it so strong.
Yeah, that created Venom. Venom isn't the symbiote. Venom was the dual personalities of these two creatures.
Yeah, coming together.
Yeah, coming together and became one being. That's what Venom is, not the symbiote. It's not, oh, this person. I mean, I know they do that in the comics sometimes. This person has it now. You're Venom. I don't. But the creation of Venom was Eddie Brock's shattered mind and the hatred that the symbiote had for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to watch Homecoming again. Maybe there's something in there that we missed. I doubt it, but maybe there is.
Maybe when Peter Parker was running through the hallways, he bumped into somebody and that kid was picked up.
Yeah. I think there's something in there that they missed. So yeah.
We'll see how that film goes. What's the next one?
So the next one, keeping on the trailers, is the Deadpool trailer.
Now that's how you do a trailer.
That's how you definitely do a trailer.
Okay, let's go back seriously real quick to the Deadpool teasers where there's the one where he's just, remember, was at the end or the beginning of Guardians where they did the Superman parody.
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah.
That's a teaser. Yeah. When you've got Ryan Reynolds dressed up in the costume, but over it, he's dressed as that painter guy. That's a teaser. You know?
Exactly. That's how you tease.
That's good. No.
It's like we know it's Deadpool, but they didn't give us anything. They didn't give us anything, but we knew it was for Deadpool to
No.
Whatever, man.
No, the trailers for Deadpool are just hilarious. They're so funny. Like, I'm always excited when Deadpool's. I'm just like, this is gonna be jokes that the joke is I'm more excited about the advertising, like the posters and the trailers, because I know they're going to be jokes. Like the last one with him doing like the flash, was it the flash dance thing where she's like in the chair and he's got like,
oh yeah, flash dance.
It's just joke. Like, but no, the film's going to be funny because it always is funny.
Yeah,
but we'll get to see.
I like
no, Colossus isn't in this, is he?
Who?
Colossus,
I think he's in the movie, but I think because he was in that painting. Yeah, but I don't think he was shown in the trailer.
Yeah, he is actually in it. There was a shot with him. I think he was hugging him or doing something with him.
Yeah.
But speaking of Colossus, actually, the actor did confirm that Shatterstar is in the film. So if you actually see, there's one shot with Terry Crews and Domino, and there's like 5 or 6 characters at the back of a helicopter.
Yeah.
So one I think has been identified as Shatterstar. So if one's been assumed, I think people think that Terry Crews' character is what's his name? G.W. Bridge. He was he was in X-Force, I think it was.
I don't know all of those, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I think he was in X-Force. Yeah. Okay. He was in X-Force, and he was one of the first teams in first members with Cable in X-Force. Yeah.
Right. So it's shaping up to be a good character-wise movie, a good movie character.
Yeah, there's quite a few. There's another character at the back of Domino who's got like a mask around his mouth.
Yeah.
There's a couple of theories who that could be. That could be a character called Zeitgeist, and he was actually in X-Force 116. But he was actually in it for one issue. He actually died in that.
He's gonna die.
Yeah. So he could be a red shirt in this.
That would be hilarious if that was like a Deadpool kind of joke, just to get him in there, to kill him off.
Yeah.
Well, if Terry Crews is in this, then that's gonna add to the comedy because Terry Crews is actually funny.
And he was actually a good friend of, in the comics, he was a good friend of Cable's as well. He was actually X-Force issue 1.
Okay.
When he first appeared.
Did I
Yeah.
ask this week, how did you feel about Josh Brolin playing Cable and Thanos?
Well, I've been making jokes about this for the past 2 weeks on this podcast, and no one's picked up on it. But I think it's cool. I mean, it's not part of the MCU, so technically, like, it's not like they were gonna get Captain America and Johnny Storm and get Chris Evans to do it. My point is, you're not really seeing Josh Brolin's face for Thanos. He's just, you know what I mean, CGI and makeup, so it'll work fine. Even if hypothetically, if Deadpool was brought into the MCU, but they kept the history of those movies and whatever, and they wanted to put Cable in it, he could be Cable and still be Thanos. Or, you know, Thanos is easily recastable because, again, you're not really seeing Josh Brolin's face.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't feel any type of way when I actually saw the trailer to Deadpool 2. I wasn't like, oh, he looks too much like.
No, it's just the
Thanos.
voice. Like, when he spoke, I was like, wait, what?
yeah, true.
I didn't notice that, to be honest.
Shaken the Thanos voice off just yet.
It's not too. It wasn't that deep though. I don't know. I didn't feel any way. I thought it was alright actually.
Yeah, I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, I mean it's shaping up to be pretty good. I think, especially if they introduce X-Force in this.
Yeah,
I think that'll be a pretty good team to introduce. The Shatterstar in the comics is a pretty dope character. He's actually from the Mojoverse. You remember Mojoverse from X-Men animated?
Yeah, I remember that. Dude, he had the TV. The guy, what's his name? Mojo. His name. Yeah. He had the TV universe and everything.
They can't have X-Men, so it's all good.
What's that?
I said it kind of makes sense that they're kind of building a team, because obviously you can't have X-Men. So to have that.
Yeah. I think they can. They can have.
They can because it's Fox.
They got Colossus. They got Colossus in there.
Yeah,
but not. They probably can't have like the main characters. Like,
that's the thing. They couldn't
Cyclops or Storm or something like that.
No, without clearing it with whoever's directing. Is it James Mangold? Not James. It's James Mangold, isn't it? Yeah. Clearing it with James Mangold. It's like, can we get Cyclops? We don't know which Cyclops is going to be right now. So.
Yeah. Oh, actually, do you know who's playing Shatterstar as well?
Who?
Louis Tan.
Who's Louis Tan?
Apparently it's Louis Tan. He was Zhao Chen from Iron Fist. Do you remember that character?
What? No.
Best character in it.
Oh, the guy who was guarding
the
guy who was guarding the two. Okay, cool. All right.
That guy.
That worked.
Oh.
You said I was really scared until you started doing the Drunken Master, and I was like, all right, cool, it's fine.
He's pretty much the best character in that show.
Yeah.
Oh, hell no. Throw the away. Okay, what's next?
Yeah, what are we?
Well, I was going to say actually, if you do want to catch up, anyone who's a comic head on here, if you do want to catch some issues of Shatterstar, his first appearance was in New Mutants issue 99. He became a member of the X-Force team and later the X-Factor investigations. And some good references to read will be New Mutants Volume 1, issue 99 to 100, X-Factor issue 235 and 338. And he actually had his own comic for 4 issues, X-Force Shatterstar. And also what a good read as well, because although he was from the future dimension of a Mojoverse, there's quite a deep story between him and where he's actually from. So if you want to get to know his actual character and how he was developed and made, you should read X-Men Volume 2, issue 11, 47, and X-Factor Volume 1, issue 259. So, yeah.
Here first, from the Sourcewall people, comic book game up to scratch. I need to get my comic book game up to scratch, so I'll be reading those.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Some reading material for you, folk.
Yep. So another on other news as well, Tim Miller's Kitty Pryde. They've hired Brian Michael Bendis actually to help write the script.
Oh.
Wait, for a movie?
Yeah.
All right, that'll be interesting.
I don't know why if we do want a Kitty Pryde movie though.
Kitty Pryde is a really good. Well, I'm not even gonna say good. Creep. Kitty Pryde is a great character. She's a loved character, and you know she was Jubilee before they tried to shove Jubilee in our faces.
Yeah, true.
And but because of that, basically, she'll be marketable. That's all I got to say.
I think she's the way I like her. I think she's good in a team.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think a Kitty Pryde movie would work without without her being the baby sister of the X-Men. I just don't see it working.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
she got to a point now where she's growing up a bit and she's actually leading a team, isn't she?
Yeah, exactly. It's like she from Astonishing X-Men. It was actually Joss Whedon's X-Men.
Yeah,
I believe it was.
Love you, Josh Whedon.
Yeah. Hey, Josh.
Hey, Josh.
Sorry, Josh.
She actually came back and started teaching the younger class.
Yeah. So my point
when Emma Frost took over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah. So my point to that is she's a team character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like saying, yeah, we're really excited about this. We're going to give you a Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic movie, just without the other three.
No, it's more like, yeah, we're really excited about this. We're going to give you a Gambit movie.
Yeah.
Why?
I wasn't going to go see that movie, guys.
Shade.
What? So, having said that, Gambit was the only other character similar to Wolverine in the sense that there are stories of Gambit by himself.
Yeah.
Without a team. He does wander off sometimes, but I'd rather see him with the team as well, to be honest.
Yeah. I would like to see a
fair with Rogue as well. Like
yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? It's kind of a shame.
That would have been a cool movie.
Yeah, missed out.
I want to see a Gambit and Phantom X movie. That would be pretty dope.
Phantom who?
Phantom X.
Who's that?
He was part of the Weapon X program, Weapon Plus program. Yeah, he's a good character. He's pretty new.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say because doesn't ring a bell.
Yeah. If you've been reading, what was it? X-Men. I think it's Astonishing X-Men. The new they got X-Men Red, X-Men Blue, and X-Men Gold.
They got Gold now. Which is the
there was another one. I think it was Astonishing X-Men. I could be mistaken, but he was actually in that, and he was part of the X-Force as well, Uncanny X-Force, with Wolverine, Archangel.
I love Archangel.
I was gonna say good old Angel.
Yeah. What's her name? The female Wolverine. I'm blanking on her name.
Oh.
I was gonna say Kitty Pryde. I'm so bad.
Laura
Kinney. Laura Kinney. I read comics. Yeah. Laura Kinney.
It was like the special X-Men team that does the job that they're not really supposed to do or they don't want on the books.
Yeah, the ones that they say you shouldn't be doing this, but we kind of need to do this, so we need a team to do this.
Exactly. Yeah, that was a pretty good run. It was actually by Rick Remender.
Oh, was it? I've been meaning to get into that. I think I got volume 1 in my of that run in my wish list on Amazon.
You should definitely get it. Pick it up when you can.
Yeah.
Yay! Viewers, are you reading any X-Men? Let us know. What comic books are you reading, viewers? Tell us.
X-Men at the moment.
You know, can have combos with you.
I literally only just read, slightly off subject, but still on, Old Man Logan Volume 4. Because I realized it was cool. I didn't like this. There was a storyline where he had to go save Jubilee from from Dracula. I didn't care for that bit, but then there was another. Yeah, but then there was another storyline where obviously this was.
Wait, you can't just drop Dracula in there and then just.
Yeah, no, I'm glossing right over.
A lot of things have happened to Jubilee.
Yeah,
since
Jubilee's changed. She's a vampire now. She's got a baby called Showgirl. She's changed.
Big woman thing. Yeah,
big woman thing. But the other part of the story was where he went to go help Alpha Flight, and the way I think Jean Grey came to help him and Puck, but then Jean Grey got taken over by the what are they called? I forgot these aliens that kind of mess with your mind.
That wasn't actually. Oh yeah, it was actually. It was the younger Jean Grey, wasn't it?
Yeah, the younger Jean Grey, and then rubbish, and his mind. She was saying
laughing about that big woman thing.
Yeah. He just dropped it sweetly. It's like, God, sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, go.
Sorry. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent.
Did you read the last one as well? The last few issues, the last story arc where he's in Japan.
That was the one before. No, that was volume. Is that volume 5 that I haven't gone to yet? No.
Oh, okay. There's a new one where he's gone to Japan and he's fighting a silver samurai and.
Did I read that one?
Yeah.
I can't remember. I read that one.
No. Oh, here's a good question. Would you ever want to see an anime like Logan?
What, in anime form? Yeah.
Yeah. Look at how they're doing, like how they've done, like
Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they did the X-Men anime a few years back, some years back, which I didn't watch because.
Would you want to see like an Old Man Logan like anime?
Oh, okay, that might
be interesting.
That would be interesting because they could do that whole Ronin kind of samurai thing. It would probably work really well, actually.
Yeah.
No, probably. If it comes out the way that's in my head, it would be sick. But it could also ruin it. They could also ruin it horribly.
Okay, we're putting it out there. We want Old Man Logan anime. Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, that would. I think that would actually be pretty sick.
It has potential to be pretty decent.
Yeah.
Sorry, where are we now? I kind of took us off. So because we took about X-Men. Sorry. Going on to another subject then. If we're done with that. Yeah, I can't be bothered. I was going somewhere with it. I was like, what?
You're going on about Old Man Logan.
No, I was just telling you the story I was reading. The reason I started reading it is because I found out that they're bringing out, because we were talking about X-Men, they're bringing out a new Wolverine comic. Where is Wolverine? And then I read the synopsis and it's like, ever since Logan's death, I was like, what? I'm not there yet. So it's like, so I'm like, okay, so they're killing off Old Man Logan. I'm like, so I was like, I better catch up on my book because I had volume 4 sitting there. And I thought about it. No, go on.
Yeah, sorry, no, because I wasn't sure what you was talking about actually, but I think because Wolverine died a few years ago, actually.
Yeah. Oh, maybe that's what they meant by Logan.
Yeah, I think that's what they meant. Because he died a few years ago. And
yeah, no, I get that.
Since what was it, Marvel Legacy.
Oh, okay.
Since Marvel Legacy, they did a big book. And it's kind of like a reset. The way Wolverine died, he kind of escaped.
Oh, is it? Do you know what? Was that the book that you recommended that I buy? And you know what? I bought that book and I can't find it.
Oh, you can't find it?
I don't know what I've done with it.
Oh, mate.
You better hunt for that book and read it.
It is actually a decent book. It's kind of like a preview of what's to come. And there's actually a bit in it about Wakanda. Well,
it's because
a planet of Wakanda anyway.
A planet of Wakanda.
Yeah. There's some little gems in that comic actually, and it's just one issue. So I'll definitely recommend read it. Try and find it and read it.
I'll dig it out and I'll read it. It's only because I was thinking. So they killed off Wolverine.
Yeah.
And then brought in his cloned his clone, brought in Old Man Logan, and then you're gonna kill Old Man Logan to bring. So I just thought, let me start catching up. But I mean, if they're gonna have all these Wolverines in the MCU in the Marvel universe.
Yeah,
cool.
So be it.
Let's do it. I would love for there to be Old Man Logan and Wolverine. Let's see how that goes.
That'd be fun.
Oh, they could have a comic, a buddy cop comic book called what can they call it? No, that would be lame. I'm gonna think of something and get back to you. Anyway,
well, they've got the younger generation, a time displaced X-Men team at the moment. So that's the thing, is X-Men is pretty wild at the moment. There's certain books that I'm enjoying, but there's other ones that I just can't really pick up on because it's just a bit silly.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's enough X-Men, because we could go on about X-Men forever. And
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, sorry guys. Sorry. What else we got?
All right, so enough about Marvel stuff. DC stuff.
DC news.
Apparently, Zack Snyder was actually fired from Justice League and not let off because of stuff with the family. Yeah.
Seriously?
So some former editor just came out. I think he had a bad day, and he just said, "Yeah, I'm just gonna put everyone straight." He got fired. That's what happened.
Why did he get fired? I mean,
because people didn't like what he did with the other films. Man of Steel,
Fair.
Batman verse, yeah. The whole Martha Gate. You remember that?
Fair. Martha Gate.
Oh.
Fair.
That was. Do you know what? Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
No. There's really not much you can say. Yeah,
No.
Gate was shit. Like, it was a lot. Like,
I just don't think he's. I just don't think he's suited for these types of movies.
Yeah.
He's superhero movies.
Well, not necessarily. I think he's not. Like he did Watchmen, and Watchmen was really good.
Yeah, I liked Watchmen.
That was a really good adaptation. But
Funny thing is,
yeah, go on.
People didn't like Watchmen. I only found out recently. Like, apparently, people didn't like it.
Watchmen was beautifully done.
As a thing, comic book fans didn't like it. Am I
from what I heard, well, from when it first came out, I think what most people didn't like at the time was the fact that they didn't go with the whole monster coming through a different dimension ending.
Oh, okay.
Because that's how it ended in the book, but in the movies, what did he do? He set off nukes, did he?
Yeah.
No, he set off the nukes and then blamed Mr. Manhattan and killed Rorschach. Rorschach was fucking sick. Like,
yeah.
It's just like,
all right, fair enough. Well, Snyder. I mean, I liked Watchmen, but I'm not too sure. Well, do you know what? I think I give Man of Steel too hard a time. It's not.
I thought that film was good.
Yeah, it's not that bad a movie. All he needed to do was smile, Superman. That is. And save his dad. Yeah. Save his dad and smile. Yeah. Save his dad and smile while doing it, because that was nonsense. They could have killed off his dad in a different sort of way.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my days.
Yeah. And everybody when everyone was complaining about, he's wrecking all these buildings, I'm like, yeah, but the X-Men wreck buildings in every movie.
In every film, yeah.
In every film. Dr. Octopus and Spider-Man are slamming up buildings and train tracks. I'm like, but you're complaining because you know what that's alienist.
Just
straight alienist. Man's just from another planet. Anyway, Zack Snyder, good luck to you.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
I hope he comes out with some. I just hope he comes out with something original himself. I think he would do good that way. Something really original and not adaptation of anything else.
Yeah, start writing, man. Start writing.
Well, okay. What's next?
So, keeping on with the DC stuff, with DC streaming service, some good news actually.
Yes, what about it?
Johns has confirmed that Doom Patrol will be in the Titans TV show.
Sweet. That'll be cool. That means we'll get, DC's answer to the X-Men if you don't know who the Doom Patrol are.
Yeah.
They've even got their own Charles Xavier. I can't remember his name.
I think what it's supposed to actually be the other way around, because from what I understand, they came out before. Didn't they?
Shut my mouth. I should know that, and I usually know stuff like that. Yes, yeah.
So yeah.
See what mainstream media does to you. Too much mainstream media. I'm sorry.
But
that's true. They did come out.
DC only focused on Marvel.
And just so you lot know, when you start seeing Deathstroke in like movies, oh, he's like Deadpool. His name is Slade. No.
No.
That's what I'm gonna say. No.
Do you know what? I think I might go back and read Doom Patrol, because they do sound like a pretty sick team. Yeah. And actually, I got the first issue and I didn't even read it. I didn't carry on because they recently re-released it. I think it was last year or 2 years, a year and a half ago. Yeah, well, I wish I actually did keep up and read it, but from doing the research, the first few comics issues that they had, it was actually pretty good, and it ended pretty well as well.
So those of you out there, Doom Patrol, catch up.
Yeah, it'd be really interesting to see them in the Titans show.
I
was going to ask, has Beast Boy been confirmed as one of the Titans?
Yes, he has actually.
I'd imagine.
I think Robin, Beast Boy, Raven, Starfire, Hawk and Dove. You remember they set that Hawk and Dove picture?
Yeah, because
they should all be in a show, and could actually have Ra's al Ghul in it as well.
Another Ra's al Ghul. Only if they is this going to be part of the whole Berlanti thing?
I don't think so. This is part of the streaming service, so it's their own.
Okay, it's only because if they recast Ra's al Ghul, then they can't have. Can't mix it with,
mate. Oh, you talking about Gotham? Allow that.
No, not Gotham. Is there a Ra's al Ghul in Gotham? No, wait. No, I was talking about the Ra's al. So we're gonna have 3 Ra's al Ghuls on TV. Is that what you're telling me? Because there's one in Arrow.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him.
He was actually really good. He was actually really good.
Anyway,
tangent. I was just gonna say it would be really good to see Beast. I was gonna say Beast Boy was originally part of the Doom Patrol before he joined up with the Titans or the Teen Titans. Yeah. So it'd be nice to see the Doom Patrol. Yeah. Patrolling it up, all Doom stuff.
Hopefully they'll do that, and then you'll see the transition from.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, so that'd be good.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a pretty good history as well, Beast Boy. Very sad as well, actually. Yeah, he's my favorite character back in the days on the old Teen Titans.
The only Teen Titans animated show you should be watching.
Yeah. So if you guys want to catch up or read some Doom Patrol, they actually started on My Greatest Adventure issue 80.
Okay.
Up until issue 85, and then they changed the title to Doom Patrol, but they didn't actually change it from Doom Patrol issue 1. They actually carried on with the issue numbering. So there is no issue 1 or Doom Patrol. It's actually issue 86, and that goes up to issue 121. But then there's 3 issues that were reprints. So yeah.
Okay.
It's a bit of
a lot of my money right now. It's a lot of my money.
Yeah.
Need like a subscription thing or something. So, but yes, Doom Patrol. We'll keep our eyes and ears peeled for this. If you lot have seen or watched any of it, let us know before us. Obviously, it might come out earlier where you are. Let us know at the source wall. What's next?
All right, so we've only got a few minutes left, so we can just quickly burn through these last ones.
Okay.
Michael Bay could be directing Lobo movie. It's going to be co-written. It's going to be the screenwriting is going to be done by the guy who co-wrote Wonder Woman.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which sounds good.
Not too bad.
But which side of the co-writing? Was it the guy who had the lesser ideas? You know? Ooh, maybe we should make the old guy Ares.
Yeah.
All right.
So we should keep his moustache on there. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. In fact, the scripts he's writing requires 200+ million budget, but Warner Brothers and Michael Bay don't actually want that much of a big budget. They actually want it to be rewritten. So that could be your answer there.
Fair dues.
Yeah.
Yeah, see,
Interesting.
because he didn't get paid off that Wonder Woman one because he had the lame ideas.
Yeah.
I'm trying to milk some money out of him this time.
Yeah.
All right, what else we got?
Another quick one. Did anyone watch the deleted scenes of Justice League?
No.
Superman's black suit.
I was
Are they on YouTube?
They are on YouTube.
And I was upset. They didn't put it in.
No, I'm good. I'm glad they didn't put it in because that wasn't worth it. That was a waste. That was a total waste. It's serious. 30 seconds of him walking past something, a suit,
Right.
past the black suit, looking at it, and then turning his. That was a waste. And also the Alfred scene, the scene that was in the trailer but wasn't actually in the film.
Yeah.
That was a waste as well.
Who was that? Was it Superman?
It was Superman. It was Superman.
Rich's face is like, I'm disgusted. But
I am. And all these people asking about the Snyder cut, and that's not going to happen. You got fired. They didn't finish it.
True.
It's not there. Get over
That's
it.
true.
It's done.
Sorry, guys.
That was the Snyder cut.
the space seconds on YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. That was your Snyder cut. And they didn't even tell you either. They just put it out on YouTube and said, I don't know.
All right, well.
And it's got like some weird edit bit. I'm just gonna be like, #Snyder cut.
Damn.
Oh, okay, what's next?
Okay, let's last bit, Star Trek. Should we have a quick talk about Star Trek?
Yes.
Or we could do let's do Star Trek.
Yeah. So, you watch Star Trek?
Yep.
Good
show.
It was a damn good show.
Very
Do you know I was watching
has a non-Trekkie before Discovery? What do you feel about it? How do you feel about it?
I was never a Trekkie, but I did like Star Trek Generations. And the first Star Trek movie I ever saw was when your dad took me and my brothers and you obviously to see, I forgot the name of that movie.
Generations.
But yeah. But it was. Do you know what? I love it. Like it was such a great show. And also, you lot were going on about it, and then my bro was going on about it.
I feel like the Borg right now. He's been assimilated. I'm happy. Like,
no, it was really good. I remember I watched the first episode and I was like, all right, this is all right. And then that happened in the second episode. I was like, all right, F this show. But then but by the time that had happened, I was committed, and it just got better and better. I was like, this is just
No, it's a good show.
You know when you're so excited when you can't articulate yourself really well? That's what Star Trek has done with me.
Good.
Yeah. No.
We are happy.
I enjoyed it. Yesterday's episode was cool. And if I was to never watch it again, or for whatever reason, knock on wood, this doesn't happen, Netflix cancelled it. It would be a good one-off, one-season show. Like it ended. Yeah. It obviously had a cliffhanger, it had a cliffhanger, but it doesn't necessarily need to be followed up on if they chose not to. Yeah. If that makes sense. Yeah. Having said that, I want to see it followed up on. Like, get these actors.
Yeah, definitely.
No, they're back.
I think we should probably say spoilers. Actually,
hell yeah,
we didn't spoil anything.
Spoil. There we go.
But we are going to spoil this.
We're going to spoil. I love the look of like, are you ready? Because I'm spoiling.
Yeah, this is getting spoiled.
No.
I thought it was really good. I thought it was very different from the original series.
Yeah, definitely.
But I kind of understand that you have to change the get-up.
Yeah.
The way the old Star Trek was, you can't. I don't think you can actually really do that right now. The way that I think we've been spoiled for choice at the moment with Game of Thrones and there's different film. The way that they show TV series now is more in depth, is more into the storytelling, and it's not a one episode story anymore.
Yeah.
It's a whole season story that you've got to do. So I think they did pretty well doing the new type of TV series making, storytelling, and keeping the old school Star Trek agenda going.
Yeah. And as well, sorry, just off of the back of that, like, you know, like obviously with some of the TV shows you've watched, sometimes they love to cram a lot in.
Yeah.
It just gets kind of disjointed. With Star Trek, it's just like even though there feels like there's a lot going on, there's still one main focal point. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And that kind of powers like the whole episode. And you're just like, okay, cool, this makes sense. So when it goes off into its little sub stories, it always comes back to what it needs to come back into. So you know what I mean? It's good. The characters are good. Storyline is good. Klingons are great. Just what more could you want? What more could you want?
I think the Klingons. I was shocked when they first showed them, because obviously it's a massive redesign. Yeah. And I hope they do come back and talk about that, because when they first came into the original series, they looked different than how they were in the Next Generation.
Yeah.
And Star Trek Enterprise, they kind of explained that away. It was explained in Deep Space Nine, but
Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, but so Star Trek Enterprise actually showed you, and now with this, it's just after Enterprise, but before the original series. It doesn't really, and they're totally different. So it doesn't really explain to you how and why they look like that. So I do hope season 2 they do go in. Maybe they shouldn't even do Klingons, because I think a lot of people are tired of the Klingon storyline at the moment.
Yeah.
But I think they should come back and kind of explain what is actually going on with the way they look.
Yeah.
Sure, I saw some. Well, I didn't watch it in the end, but there was a video on YouTube about the comparisons of the way the Klingons used to look to the way they do now. But I never clicked on it, so I've got nothing of value to say right now regarding that. It's just because what you were saying reminded me of that video, and I wish I clicked it because it probably would have given me an insight as to why they changed.
We'll find out for you viewers if you don't already know. We'll let you know. We will let you know next week. But yeah. So you
crossbreeding.
Deep Space Nine. Huh?
Crossbreeding. I said.
No. they don't do crossbreeding.
I was like, where's the hair gone? Like, I love, like, the Klingons always reminded me of Predator, and I was just like, Predator has that hair, and then it's just like, it's great, but they just don't have the mouth. But no, so you said Deep Space Nine, it reminded me of like Babylon 5, and I was just like, oh, the shadows, like they were like banging villains. So we'll find out what's going on with Klingons, and then we'll let you know. But that Star Trek's great. Like top 4 Netflix series: Star Trek, Punisher, Altered Carbon, and what's the other one? Probably like Defenders, or not even Defenders.
Defenders.
I meant Jessica Jones. That's it. Those are the 4 top Netflix shows that you need to be watching. Don't watch anything else. So that's it.
Black. You should watch Black. So since we're comparing that with Netflix shows, how would you compare that with the other Star Trek series?
They're not fresh in my head enough. And the only one I ever watched was Generations.
I mean, it's a big leap, obviously, from the old ones, because the old ones really stick to the kind of archetype of what Star Trek, like space travel thing is, in terms of like uniform, decor.
Yeah.
Whereas with this, we've got all types of mutiny in here. There's aliens, robots, all like, I think, what I mean? So it's a nice kind of kettle of everything. But I think it's a great progression of what like the Star Trek is. I think. But I think it's I just think it's a good progression from what it was, but it still kind of holds the kind of homage to everything else, because obviously it has to, because it's Star Trek based. But what about you?
But like you said, I did. When you was answering that, I was thinking, it's probably a silly question to ask, because with the older ones, you've got so many episodes and so much years of the actual series, so it's not really fair. But I think it's had a good start. It's better than I expected it to be, and I think it's better than a lot of people expected it to be.
Yeah.
It's better than I expected it to be.
Yeah, and I think it's one of those where it's like you can't, you know, back in the days, it was like, oh, you Trekkie, and there's a stigma towards it. But I think it's actually come out and been like, you know what? Yeah, it is Star Trek, but it's a good series. It's a decent series. It's something that you can sit down and watch and look forward to the next episode next week, and you know, there's something going on. But saying that, I think they need to work on the characters a bit more. Because although we did have Lorca, Stamets, Michael, I think one thing with Star Trek is they're always kind of concentrating on the bridge crew, and I don't feel that I know the bridge crew.
Yeah, I always remembered, like, again, from when I used to watch Generations, or even William Shatner, the original Star Trek, you knew everybody that worked on the bridge. Now with Discovery, sorry, you knew the faces.
Yeah.
And what was the girl's name who works for Michelle Yeoh, and then after the mutiny, she ended up with the kind of thing on her head.
Oh, I don't even know her name.
That's my point. Like
I just think of the Borg, and I'm like, please, someone assimilate her, because
she was there during the whole mutiny thing. Or quite a few of them from the bridge were. And then when Michael bumps into her, let's say her name was Jess. She's like, Jess. And then she just kind of walks off. And then there was nothing. There was no conversation. No conversations like, I agreed with what you did, or how could you do that now? Look where we are. There was nothing. We didn't, like you said, Rich, we didn't get to know the crew. And I think we needed that.
Yeah.
Definitely. Because based on the first 2 episodes, and then you see her come back, and she's got a scar on her. She's looked different. She's got the scar. I thought you would have at least. I thought she would be one of the main characters that you would actually. Yeah. She's only spoken a few times.
Yeah, they went out of their way. They kind of went out of their way to write a story for her.
What's that, Isha?
No, I was just saying that it's her and the black girl and the robot girl as well.
Yeah.
I'm so intrigued as to the robot girl. Like,
I've been meaning to say this.
She's known the robot.
I've been meaning to say this. Why is Gamora's sister in Star Trek?
Yeah, for real.
I've been meaning to say this for ages.
It does play.
You're in the wrong universe, love.
Yeah, I'm like, she's like artificial intelligence manning an artificial intelligent spacecraft. I'm just like, who are you? Like, I'm interested. Yeah, but yeah, no, I totally agree with that. But sorry, one quick thing as well. The whole Michael and her boyfriend,
Larry.
He went off. He went off with fucking Klingon girl. Like, I was.
Yeah, that was a bit weird.
That was a shot. That kind of came out.
Ash Tyler
came out. Yeah, kind of came out of nowhere. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna go with them. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. What? And it's not as if
that's
well.
Do you know when you quickly go on your phone? I actually think I went on my phone, and then he said that, so I had to rewind it to see what I missed, and I had missed nothing. I was like, "Oh, he's just gonna go with them."
Yeah,
all right. That was a bit out of left field, as they say in America.
Yeah. That just made it seem like the Klingon that they put in him was like, I'm more in love with the Klingon girl than he is with you. Because I was like, why would you leave? Like, this is the point where you're actually getting back into her good books.
You know what? I'm so glad that he was fused with a Klingon. Because when I saw that sex scene, I was like, gross. Oh, what are you doing? What's happening?
They didn't really need to put that scene in there, did they?
Oh God!
Yes,
they did. And I can never not see that again.
You can never not see that ever.
Yeah,
they showed it. They showed it a couple times as well. Didn't
they showed it about two or three times.
In there.
Yeah.
I was like, why is she doing that to him?
By the way, that Borg lady is called Keela.
Oh, Keela. Okay.
Yeah, and the Gamora's sister is called Aram.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
See, that's the thing. We need to know a bit more about those characters next season.
Yeah.
We need to know. Even the helmsman, the black guy as well, and like I said, the black woman with
with the braids, like or
Yeah.
locks or whatever.
Yeah, because I feel that they do seem like a good team. It could be very interesting. You know, there's a nice mix of different characters, and they could have different backgrounds, but we just don't know. We just don't know about it.
Yeah. But I saw it the first season. We're cool. We're happy for second season. When you're ready, don't rush it, please. Jesus, please don't rush it.
Yeah.
I'd like to think that they were filming it as we're watching it. I'd hope.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
What do you think of the ending and where it's gonna go then?
I'm a bit excited because obviously Terran girl is just like bye, like, and I'm like, okay, you let that bitch go.
Yeah, okay. That was a bit out of the way.
Yeah, I was like, okay. If my girl's gonna unify all the Klingons, I'm like, okay, that's something else you gotta worry about. But fair enough. Yeah. It was a bit like, okay, there's a lot of things going on, and then like the introduction of Captain Pike and stuff like that. Sorry, I said spoiler, but like, So no, it's just going to be interesting. But I want to see what. Yeah, I'm just excited to see the Discovery go on more discoveries. I was trying not to do that, but oh well. Like,
yeah, definitely same.
Going to be good.
Yeah.
I want to know if they keep going back into the mirror universe, or if they're going to keep trying to go to different universes.
Maybe
I don't want that.
I don't think I want them constantly going back in there. Maybe they might do a thing because it's open. Apparently, the Michael of that mirror universe was apparently dead, so she could easily come into our universe, or she could already be there. So there's that possibility.
Also, the Lorca as well.
Yeah, exactly. We don't know where he is.
We don't know where he is.
Yeah.
Even like with the Discovery as well, they said that they found the wreckage, but
there's going to be people on that ship.
There could be escape pods or
there's all kinds. There's possibilities.
There's loads of possibilities, and I just wonder what they're going to do with the Enterprise, because we saw the Enterprise right at the end. Would
that's what I'm saying.
Would you want to see the movie actors in this, or as cameos, or would you rather?
I don't think.
Well, I was wondering, is the movies canon to what goes on in the series? How does this work with Star Trek?
It's a different universe. It's a bit like so it's a bit like Earth 1 and Earth 2.
Oh, okay. I didn't. Even
that's
more
a bad example.
But no, I get what you mean. It got the point. I'd probably rather see. I suppose they'd be old. It's supposed to be when they're young. I don't know. It probably, in terms of youth and time-wise, it would probably be better to have the movie actors.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't have Kirk in it because Kirk isn't on the Enterprise yet. It's actually Captain Pike.
Yeah, it's Pike. So I'm saying, but that actor would be pretty
good.
It would be good to see him, but I'm just talking about age-wise. He'd be pretty old, unless they.
I think they could do something with that.
I don't know how much CGI Netflix is gonna afford.
Yeah.
They don't have that Marvel CGI.
Yeah, but they're not really that. They don't really look that old compared to when they were doing it. Really, do they?
I don't know what he looks like now. To be honest, it's been a while.
When was the first movie? When did that movie come out? The first reboot. Captain Pike was.
Wait, Captain Pike was.
Yeah. And
was
Chris Hemsworth, he was the older looking guy, and Chris Hemsworth was
the son or the dad or whatever.
Actually, I don't know why I was speaking about Chris Hemsworth. Actually, Captain Pike was the older guy. What was he in? Wasn't he in Jurassic Park?
Yes. Was he? No, wait. I'm getting confused. Sorry.
Excuse me. Thank you.
But yeah, no, I wouldn't want to see them. I just like the whole thing of like, oh, sure, it's the Enterprise. I was like, oh, cool, that's cool. And then when it comes back to season 2, Pike out kind of thing, end communication, and then we just go back straight to Discovery.
Yeah, fair enough.
Cool.
You don't want to see them. You don't want to see.
I'd be happy either or, to be honest.
Because aren't they doing another Star Trek film?
No, I don't think they're doing one at the moment. Bruce Greenwood was his name. Sorry, Bruce Greenwood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing them. I just want to see how they are, and I want to see an old crew that we've only seen in the very first episode of the original series.
Oh, okay.
I think that's why I want to see it. I want to see it for nostalgia reasons, really.
Oh, okay.
That's the only. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I hear you.
Even though I didn't watch it, it would still be nostalgic for me because I remember when this was on. That one time I watched the episode, it was still I'd not a Trekkie, but I would still enjoy. I think anybody would enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they did it. It's all good.
Oh, okay.
Black Panther. I just want to just talk the hell out of that movie.
Yeah. Next week.
Yeah.
Have we come to the end?
I think
we
may
have indeed.
We have.
Indeed, yes. Well, that was another issue of the Source Wall, issue 9. Thank you for joining us. If you've been joining us, if you haven't, thank you for listening later on.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't forget to talk to us, the Source Wall on Insta, the Source Wall on Facebook, the Source Wall on Twitter, everything. Speak, chat, do not hold your mouth. We like conversation.
Subscribe.
We'll catch you next week. Yeah, subscribe, like, share, comment, all of that good stuff.
Yeah.
Enjoy great conversation and positive criticism. Okay. Remember, we're baby groups in the game. Okay. So yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have our 10th episode next week. So a little bit of a celebration.
We need that to be like a proper tangent one. That needs to be tangent.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about anything specific. We're just gonna go in.
Yeah.
Get in there. Yeah.
Get in there.
Get in there. Oh God.
One more thing, Kieran. Now that you have watched Star Trek and you have listened to us about Star Trek, are you please now going to watch Legion? Are you going to give it another go? I beg of you.
For the listeners, he's just shaking his head in a way that says no.
Oh,
not a way that says hell no, mind you.
Nah, it's if I get to it, I get to it. I think. Well.
Bad times. Okay. Till next week, people.
Yeah. Peace out, people.
Peace.